tailors, blacksmiths, agriculturists. Do you think the indigenous blacks resented the regal Negro nomadic class of the House of Judah? And do you think they wanted to get paid by Islam? And do you think Islam wanted to get paid by the Ashkenazi Jewish ship merchants? And then you get to your transatlantic slave movement. But don't start at the ships on the west coast of Africa. That's all you're going to get in your democratic American public re-education system. And it just troubles me. Even blacks in this country aren't educated enough to go further back. Do you know how many blacks in America have been lost to Islam? It's outrageous. That's not your tribe. Your tribe is Judah. Muhammad's tribe enslaved you. Why would you convert to Muhammad's tribe when you're of King David's tribe? Don't convert to the tribe that enslaved you and then sold you to Ashkenazi ship merchants. More black Negroes have been lost to Islam in the 20th century than any other Bible-believing group. It's outrageous. Because they don't want you to know who you really are and what tribe you're from. But you're not from Muhammad's tribe. Never were. Never were. You are a regal Negro class from the Royal House of Judah. It's outrageous to me. Islam is not the black man's religion. It's for those of the Banu Hasham clan of the Quraysh tribe. That's who it's for. It's not from the tribe of Judah. Never was, never will be. It was never the religion of the Negro nomads in Africa, because they were exiled from the kingdom of Judah. In Joel chapter 3 verse 6, it talks about these indigenous black Africans in collusion with the Ashkenazi, because they were selling the Negro House of Judah to the Greeks. And who did the Greeks? The Greeks, they invented democracy, didn't they? Didn't they just? You see, Africans weren't selling their own people. They were selling a tribe that had encroached upon their land, a higher educated, regal class that had judges, coppersmiths, goldsmiths, and all of this, and they did not assimilate in, and they wanted their stuff, and they wanted to get paid by Islam, and Islam wanted to get paid by the Ashkenazi ship merchants. The Igbo tribe of Africa, they're Jewish. If you were to look, just look at old maps of the African slaving maps. There's an old map of, I think it's Guinea in maybe in the 1720s, 1730s. There's this old map, and it's called a Slave Coast map. Look on that. It's the Slave Coast map of Guinea, 1736. And you look on the West Africa map of 1747, and it says right on the West Africa map of 1747, Kingdom of Judah. Right there on the map. On the 1747 Slave Coast map, Desert of Seth. Well, who was Seth? He was Adam and Eve's third son after the death of who? Abel. Desert of Seth, right there on an African slaving map. Luke chapter 3 verse 38, we're talking about the genealogy of Yahusha from the tribe of Judah. Verse 38, the son of Enosh, the son of Seth, the son of Adam, the son of Elohim. But But by 1771, the same map, the very same map, even with the same cartographer that did the map of 1747, all of a sudden, by 1771, oh, they got wise to it. And there is no Kingdom of Judah no more on that map. Disappeared. Same cartographer. Oh, somebody got to him, right? Why would the same cartographer remove the Kingdom of Judah from the 1777 map, 1771 map, that was in the 1747 map? Why would he do that? You see, you've got to go further back, because the more we go along this timeline, in this day that we have, people don't understand what has gone on in the past, and we are making the very same mistakes as we come to this apocalyptic time of days that we're living in. You see, Israel is that multicolored coat. The true Jews, the Shemites, the Fehalim, the Palestinians, yes, they're lighter skinned. The true Jews, yes, the regal class, they were darker skinned, called Negro. And you can go, well, how come within one tribe we can have multicolored skin tones? Why do we have lighter skin that will work in the land, and then we have darker Negro skin to the house of Judah? That doesn't make sense. Yes, it does. It's called migration and diet. You spend 2,000 years in the Sahara Desert with the vitamin D and the melanin and your diet. Skin color is connected to geographic location around the equator. You're going to be darker skinned, and your diet, you're going to be darker skinned. 2,000 years. That's why we have a multicolored coat of the house of Israel. It's fabulous. Melanin, change of diet, more vitamin D. Therefore, you have one tribe, many colors. No one is excluded. You have black African Jewry, you have them. They are the real Shemites. Diet and environment. You see, the Jewish slave trade, its roots are in Bolshevism, and it's in effect in the USA today. It truly is. In Al-Andalus, which was Islamic Spain, that's what it was called back in the day, there was a guild of Ashkenazi Khazar slavers. They were traders in Constantinople, which of course was the capital of the Ottoman Empire. Their guild had about 2,000 members. The slaves were provided by Tartar raids on Slavic villages. Until the late 18th century, the Crimean Khanate maintained a massive slave trade with the Ottoman Empire and the Middle East. They exported about 2 million slaves from Poland, Lithuania, and Russia from the period of 1500 to 1700 of the Common Era. So it's not just the regal class of the House of Judah that were enslaved, but all of those areas around what we call today the Slavic regions, they were, of course, enslaved by Islam. What's the number one slaving country today? What's the number one country that America is economically, politically in bed with? The number one slaving country in the world today, Saudi Arabia. Our whole currency is connected to a slaving country that enslaves women, children, and men from all over the world. And they say nothing. And they're funding our politicians. Funding our politicians. And you don't think this message is relevant? Because people just, oh, well, let's just stick to, safe and secure. Meanwhile, we're all going down the street to destruction. Do you really think they care what color your skin is? They just want to enslave you all. But they don't want you to really tell the black Negro in America what tribe he's from and who truly enslaves him. Because then guess what? Your voting base is really going to change, is it not? Yeah. Oh, and we wouldn't want that now, would we? So we'll just give you your history from the 17th century forward. We won't, tie it into the Ashkenazi that are totally... More blacks in America have been lost to the Luciferic Ashkenazi music industry as they promote Beyonce and all of this wicked. It's not regal royal class of the House of Judah. They use and they abuse to enslave people. Until the late 18th century, we see at the height of the American Civil War, who was the Union Army general? Of course, Ulysses Grant. He later became the president. And what did Ulysses Grant do? He expelled the Ashkenazi from all of the southern states. Do you realize that? He expelled all of the Ashkenazi, they who say they are Jews and are not, from the southern states. Why? Why did Ulysses Grant expel the Ashkenazi, they who say they are Jews and are not, from the southern states, the Confederacy, which were under his military control? He totally expelled them. Because the Ashkenazi Khazar Jews were engaged in so much slavery, black market smuggling and swindling activities, that it was undermining the Confederacy's war effort, that he expelled them. Because that's what they do, and had done for hundreds of years. And this is the irony of it all. The irony of it all. More black Americans have been lost to the Ashkenazi